Be confident, be bold, be authentic, but don't forget to take action. This is Ordinary to Badass, where our stories empower women to step into the spotlight of their own lives and pursue what they're truly passionate about. It's time to step into the arena and become more than just extraordinary. It's time to become a badass with your host, Marie Sonneman.
Welcome to Ordinary to Badass, episode number 158. In this episode, we're going to be talking about why bioindividuality is so badass. If you don't know what that is, that's okay. We're going to break it down. It's all about dieting, or your health isn't one size fits all. It's definitely very personalized, and we'll get into it in this episode. So make sure to give it a listen. I know that you're going to love it. And if you're liking the Ordinary to Badass podcast, I would be super grateful if you headed on over to iTunes and left a 5-star rating and review. That way, other badasses just like you can find the show. And there's nothing that I would love more. Or you can always send it to a friend. Share it with a friend that you think would like these podcast episodes, and that's good enough. You don't have to leave an iTunes review. Share it with a friend. Do your thing, because we are all so individual with that. Some of us, not tech savvy. I mean, that's been me for a long time. I've gotten better, but I would definitely share it with a friend before I would do it on iTunes, and now I know how to do it on iTunes. Like, do a review. So, whatever floats your boat. All right. With that, let's get to the episode. Welcome to Ordinary to Badass. Whether you're ordinary or badass, I'm so glad you're here. Today, we're going to talk about why bioindividuality is so badass. Don't know what that is? Even better. Bioindividuality is about dieting, but it's about having your unique food that you eat that's unique to you, that's personalized. It's not about a one-size-fits-all diet, like all the commercial diets that are out there. So let's get into it. 3 reasons why bioindividuality is so badass. Okay, the first reason is because of your individual health needs. Second reason is your intuition, your inner voice. And the third reason is it allows you to be an active part in your own body and your own health. So let's get down to it. All right. First reason why bioindividuality is so badass is because your individual health, your personalized health, is so important. Why shouldn't you cater to your needs? Like, we cater to our needs in certain ways, like if we want to buy something or do something. But honestly, what's more important than health? Health is not canned. I mean, I guess they try to make it canned through commercialized diets and stuff, but it shouldn't be. You should have your own individual needs, and those should be met, right? There's a quote like, one person's food is another person's poison, which is so true. Like, I could eat peanuts. My niece and nephew, that could be deadly to them. They cannot eat peanuts. That's their poison, right? So having an individual health plan or a personalized health plan, or you don't even have to have a plan. I'm going to throw that out. I'm sorry I even said that. You can create your own. You can do just by going what feels good for your body. Like, I know Doritos probably feel good or taste good, but do they feel good to your body? That's another part, right? So really paying attention, you know what foods feel good for your body. You know what makes you feel healthy. And if you've always eaten like crap, then maybe you start testing. And in a sense, it's all a big experiment. We just have to keep testing and trying. How do I feel like if I don't have the Doritos for a month versus if I do? If there's no difference and you decide to keep eating your Doritos, you do your thing. What works for one person isn't going to work for another. But definitely, if we all keep doing the same thing, we're not going to do the things that are healthiest for our body necessarily. And just think, if you have a health condition, maybe you have arthritis or Parkinson's or Alzheimer's runs in your family. There's certain things you can do to try to prevent that. There's things you can do to take action, right? Like, okay, I'm not going to have canned pop because that could lead to Alzheimer's. So you do things based on your own personal experience or what your family's health history is, and the things that you know you're like predisposed to getting. What to add from there. You choose what to add from there or what to take away from there. Because again, say it's Alzheimer's and drinking canned drinks is likely to lead to Alzheimer's. So then you give up your canned drinks. Or maybe it's a certain type of fish oil that is helpful. So then you start adding that into your diet. But these things are all personal to you, not something that is in a commercial diet. And sometimes you have to do your own digging. You have to be your own advocate. Well, you don't have to be your own advocate, but if you want the best health for yourself, doing a commercial diet might not be your thing. And I'm not knocking. I've done Weight Watchers like a bajillion times, and I've done other diets definitely. So I'm not knocking you if you're doing them. I just want you to know why bioindividuality is so badass. And I want you to know what options are out there for you, because there are so many options. So if you are having a health problem or a health concern, or your family has a health issue that's kind of been passed down for generations, then maybe it's something to look at for your food. I've shared that I'm doing health coaching and I'm absolutely loving it. I did it selfishly for myself. I wasn't sure that I would coach other people because I just wanted to figure it out. I wanted to figure out once and for all what is going on with my health. Why do I gain weight, lose weight, gain weight, lose weight, right? But then I also was having severe back pain. And prior to doing health coaching, I didn't realize like what you eat can definitely have an effect on how your body feels. So if you're having certain health issues, look at what you can eat or what supplements you can take or what you can do to possibly alleviate some of the pain from those health issues or get rid of some of those health issues, depending on what it is. But bioindividuality allows for that. It allows for you to have a personalized plan or to do things that are best for your personal health. So absolutely love it. All right. Second thing that is so badass about bioindividuality is that it has to do with your intuition and your inner voice. Man, it is so important to be tapped into your intuition and to listen to what your gut is telling you. It's like understated, absolutely understated. And that's kind of funny that I said, listen to what your gut is telling you, especially since we're talking about like health, diet, whatever. That was kind of on accident, but we'll go with it, right? Listen to your gut. But there's so much power in that. You have a voice. Your voice is so big, even if you're not using it. Inside you, it's so big, and you have certain feelings about things, and maybe you're acting on them, maybe you're not. But just as you have a gut intuition or gut instinct about something, you usually have that about food too. When is the time in your life you felt most healthy? When did your body feel the best? When were you like functioning at peak performance? What were you eating? Now, I can tell you certain times in my life, even if it was certain diets, right? There might be a certain diet that's better for your body than that's good for somebody else's body. But look back and see, what were you eating when you felt the best? And if you can't think of anything, if you don't know, just maybe keep a journal. Start recording when you feel your best, or what you're eating and how you're feeling, right? Because again, it's not going to be the same for everybody. Dairy might be good for some people, gluten might feel good to some people, and it might feel awful to other people. Or meat might feel good for you, protein, right? And other people are like, no, my body feels horrible when I have protein. So look at that. Look at your past behaviors or your past experiences and see what really has worked for you. What has felt the best for your body? Consider writing those things down. And you could start trying to incorporate more of those things into your life. It doesn't have to be an overnight change. And when I was doing some research on this, I found that, you know what? When you keep going up and down, when your body keeps yo-yoing, that's almost harder on your body than if you were just a little bit overweight for a long period of time, or a bit overweight. But like all the ups and downs can be super hard on your body. So think about that. Maybe you don't have to lose weight tomorrow. Maybe it's better to have it be a longer journey and you're really listening to your body, listening to your intuition, and following that, as opposed to what some guru tells you should be doing, right? And no one person can necessarily tell you all the answers. They can't tell you everything to do. They know their experience. They know their body. So if you happen to have the same type of body type as them or the same type of metabolism as them, great, it'll work. But if not, if things aren't working for you, then maybe it's time to take a look, right? Or if you're having health issues or you're in a lot of chronic pain, maybe it's time to look at something different. It's like one size fits all. I think it's more like one size fits almost no one. Just because you buy something that's one size fits all does not mean that it's going to look good on you or feel good on you. The same is true for your food. Just because it's a commercial diet, Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, Whole30, whatever it is, doesn't mean it's going to feel good on you. You know, like, have you ever bought, say, a shirt or pants or something that's one size fit all? Like, okay, it'll fit over your hips or your butt, whatever. But does it feel good? Do you feel sexy in it? Or do you feel like, bleh? Like, this is for everyone. It's not individual towards me. Like, it's just a generic blah feature. So, one size fits almost no one. I don't want that for my health. I don't know about you. I want something that's catered to me. And the best thing that can do that is my voice or my intuition. And by listening to that and kind of testing. Rather than it be a success or fail, maybe it's more of a testing process or an experiment. Just try things out and have fun with it. It doesn't have to be so stinking serious. And I'm not preaching to you here 100%. I'm still on this journey, still trying to figure it all out. But it has been fun since I've been doing this health coaching to do a lot more testing and experimenting and just seeing how I feel than to be like, I'm a robot. I'm on this diet. I have to follow it to a T. Trying to trust myself more that I know what's good for my body or I know what's healthy for my body. And just doing little experiments here and there. Seeing if I see any difference. Like, I gave up caffeine. And I don't know that I had all this energy or anything since I gave up caffeine. But I really didn't notice a difference. So if I didn't notice a difference from taking it away, it's like, do I really need as much caffeine as I thought I needed? Nope. I mean, I do decaf. So that has like a small percentage of caffeine. But like, if I didn't miss it, I just kind of like having that warm drink and I think it tastes good. But why would I go back to caffeine? Hopefully I don't in the future. But as of now, it was an experiment and kind of a success. Well, not kind of, it is a success because I haven't had caffeine for a couple months. When I was a caffeine fiend, I could have a couple cups of coffee if I wanted before I went to bed and I'd still be able to fall asleep. Don't know that that's healthy. And I didn't do it regularly. I'm just saying, like, caffeine, for the most part, did not affect me. So if you can do a little test or an experiment and take something away, try life without it for 30 days and just see how you feel. See if it makes any difference. What do you have to lose? But also, don't be freaking hard on yourself. Don't be hard on yourself when you mess up, when you make a mistake. It's like, it's not a diet. It's not. It's doing what is right in your core, right? So you can screw up. You can, have days where you go do something and you want to have a piece of cake or whatever. But don't beat yourself up because, again, you're going on your intuition. You're not going off of some prescribed diet. So it's okay to do things as you want to, right? And you'll just learn as you go what works for you, what doesn't work for you. All right. The third reason why bioindividuality is so badass is it allows you to take a part and to have like an opinion on your health. And man, I feel like in so many different ways, our individuality, our voice, our opinion has become so muted when it becomes to our health. It's like we expect the doctors to have all the answers. They do not have all the answers. And I had a good experience with my doctor when it came to my back. He was a great guy, or seemed like a great doctor, right? And he was like, I had some benefit through work where you'd get like the best of the best doctors. So he was good, and I got a cortisone shot, but I mean, they were almost ready to sign me up for surgery, for back surgery. And I thought 100%, okay, within 6 months, I am going to be right back at this doctor's office getting another cortisone shot. I just knew that was the case because of the level of pain that I was in. But here's the thing. Doctors don't know all the answers. They can't possibly know all the answers. How many patients do they see? How many different symptoms or possible outcomes are there? There's so much going on. They can't possibly know all the things. So that's where it comes to you. You have the option, you have the choice to be your own advocate, to speak up for yourself, to figure out what's going on with you. And I will tell you, like, doctors probably don't say it enough, or they might not have somebody to refer you to, but like stress is a huge part of it. Can you manage your stress? Sometimes when we let stress get the best of us, then it just takes us down. Or maybe you have a condition, like I had arthritis, extreme arthritis in my back, along with slip discs and some other stuff. But maybe there's foods that can take away the inflammation from your back, or take away inflammation in general, right? And that could help you. But I don't know that doctors are talking about that. It's like they're going straight for surgery or like the quick fix. And yeah, that's what a bunch of people want, is a quick fix. But we're forgetting there's food that can help us. There's food that we can start eating or taking away that would make us feel better. Or maybe there's stress we could get rid of or eliminate or just try to minimize. And that would help us. So like I've been doing a ton of meditation, and I was like a 5-10 minute meditation girl before this. And so I really was committed because I just knew I had a ton of stress in my life and something had to give, something had to change. So I committed to, meditating every day, to being more intentional about it. At times I did it at morning and night, and then other times I'll just do it in the morning. Recently, probably just the morning. But I think that has made huge changes in my life. I'm not having that much back pain right now. And I didn't have to get a second cortisone shot. So I kind of take that and like attribute it to health coach training, right? Because I learned to meditate. I learned to take care of myself, to like love the now. And it is, again, a work in progress, not preaching, still learning. So I'm just kind of speaking from what I'm learning, but it is absolutely a work in progress. But I do know that I haven't had to get a cortisone shot, right? So December will be a year since I got it. And it's supposed to be 6 months at the longest, like 3 to 6 months that it will last. So that's amazing. But there are other ways. The doctors don't know everything, or they just give the most popular or commercialized answer, but that might not be for you. So there are always, always other options to explore. So that's why bioindividuality is so badass, is because 1, your individual health, 2, your intuition and your inner voice, and then 3, it allows you to take part in your body, in your health, and have your own voice or have your own opinions of that. You are the expert. You are the expert of your body. Not the doctor, not any professional. You are 100% the expert of your body. And you got to do what's right for you. So let's throw out this one size fits all, because one size fits nobody. And just follow your gut, follow your intuition, seek an expert's help. Like, maybe not a doctor's help. You can go to a doctor. And I'm not hating on doctors. I'm just saying sometimes they can't see it all, or they don't have time to like sit down and have a talk with you and see what you're eating, see what you're doing. That's where a health coach or maybe like a nutritionist or something could definitely come in handy. But you have options. You have so many options available to you. And really, if you feel good doing what you're doing, keep doing it. I don't care. Keep doing it. Right? But if you want to make a change, or you want to try something new, or just explore your options or experiment, then by all means do that. Like, get a health coach, get somebody who can help you, or just start doing your own experiments. That's the thing. My dogs are now moving around in the background. Sorry about that. But do what's right for you. You kind of probably have an inside knowing or a nudge, kind of like how we talked about intuition earlier, about what to do or what's right for you. And instead of making it so strict or so stringent, like, break out of that. Make it fun. Make it just a series of tests and experiments with no attachment to the outcome. If it fails, who cares? It was just an experiment. You were just testing. You were just playing around, having some fun. Just seeing what made you feel good. So there doesn't have to be all this pressure on that. And that's what would be the takeaway. That's why bioindividuality is so badass, is because you can just learn from yourself and grow for yourself and do the things that are right for you, as opposed to doing what other commercial diets or doing what other doctors or other people tell you to do. Like, I could give you some advice, sure. But if I'm telling you what to do, what you have to do, if I'm telling you to do what works for me, it's not going to work. You got to have your own skin in the game. You have to have your own voice to be heard. And that's the way it helps and benefits you, is when you're able to listen to yourself and do what feels good and right for you. All right. What did you think of these last 2 episodes? Did you love them? Did you hate them? Do you want me to talk more about health? Less about health? I want to know. I would love to hear from you what you thought. Take a screenshot of this episode, hit me up on Instagram at Ordinary to Badass, and let me know. What do you think about this health talk stuff? About dieting or bioindividuality or doing your own thing? Take a screenshot, send it to me on Instagram at Ordinary to Badass, and let me know your thoughts. Good, bad, ugly, beautiful, I don't care. I want to know if you liked it, if you didn't, if you want to hear more of it on future episodes or not. All right. With that, we'll end our show. To all the badass women out there staying in the arena, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, own it and get after it.
Now that you've listened to this episode of Ordinary to Badass, we want to hear from you. Go to our website, ordinarytobadass.com/podcast, and submit your own experience on how you took your life from ordinary to badass, and get the chance to be on a future spotlight episode of the show. That's ordinarytobadass.com/podcast. While you're waiting for the next episode of the show, wipe off the sweat, dust off the dirt, and get back in the arena.